Seems like we can see the screen better.
You think so?
Why is that?
Because it's less sunny.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. That's the earliest we've done live.
Well, and it's not as sunny.
We can sign up for Sunday streamers.
Sunday streamers?
Yeah.
What are Sunday streamers?
I don't know. It says it right there on the screen, though. We can say sign up now for Sunday streamers.
Oh.
Not sure what it is, but...
Oh, what do you know?
Yep. Hello, folks. Coffee on the Homestead with Luke and Dakota. Good morning to you all. We're just out here enjoying the morning in Northwest Arkansas, discussing our plans for the next projects we have out here on the homestead.
We were just talking about our rainwater catchment system. We have 330-gallon IBC totes set up right now. They're in use. They're doing great. And we've barely tapped into them, using it, what, 2 months now?
Yeah.
2 months, and we've barely tapped into the 330 gallons, three of them. So that's 990 gallons that we barely used up.
Almost 1,000 gallons of rainwater, man, that we harvest from the roof of our cabin.
We don't use much water. We're pretty sparing about our showers. Like, you turn the water on to get wet, you soap up, you turn the water off as you're soaping up, and then you turn the water back on to rinse off. I use a foot pump for my sink, so you're not using much water. You have full control of the water when you're pumping with your foot. So if you're conscious about your water use, you're not using a whole lot, and you know, it hasn't gotten much rain lately, so.
Yeah, I like to call it sky juice.
Sky juice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good name for it. We use sky juice. And then we filter the water through a filtration system, and we drink it. So we don't, we're obviously off-grid. We've had some people complain that we're not off-gridders, but we are not tied to any public utilities, so we do not have, public water. We don't have electricity out here. So we get all of our water from rainwater, sky juice, and our electricity from solar panels that we use. I have solar panels on, right now we live in separate rigs, so she lives in a trailer. I live in a shuttle bus out here on the property. Reagan, can you please answer your question? No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't like my hair messed with.
Yeah, if you want to ask us a question about homesteading or something, I'll do that, but...
You know, when you mentioned sky juice, it just makes me think about bug juice.
Bug juice? What's that?
Bug juice. As a kid, didn't you ever?
Oh, the little, yeah.
I mean, I never got to drink it because my parents were like, no, that's full of sugar.
Right.
We're not getting you that. Yeah. But I would see it in like gas stations, and it said bug juice. And as a kid, I thought, oh, bug juice.
Yeah.
And so every time you call the rainwater that we're catching sky juice, I think of that.
Okay. Yeah, my brother used to get that stuff when he was younger, bug juice. I'd always get some other beverage, but he always got the bug juice.
Something healthier?
Yeah, I think it was usually chocolate milk or juice or something.
Some good old Yahoo.
Juice. Yoo-hoo. Yeah.
Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, although I don't know how healthy Yoo-hoo is, but...
Well, they can't even call it chocolate milk. They call it chocolate drink.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but this fella here, Murphin Perf, I've noticed his name a few times pop up. I was like, that guy's got a great username, Murphin Perf. But he asks if we got fish in the pond. Yes, we do have fish in the pond. Dakota, would you like to elaborate?
Well, we got sunfish, bluegill, catfish. Mm-hmm. Do we have any other fish?
I don't know, crayfish. I don't know if that's a fish. It's, what do they call them, crustaceans? Anywho. Yeah, we have them, and we got a couple ducks out there, some geese.
Snapping turtle?
We do have a huge snapping turtle in there that we've only seen once. I don't know where he's at now, but he is very, very big.
Well, I haven't seen him in...
at least over a month, a little over a month.
Yeah. He tried attacking one of our runner ducks. Took a little pinch out of his bill. Luckily, the runner duck escaped, and the bill is all healed up, so he's fine. But
yeah, that was quite an interesting experience. I was out here, and then I heard a big commotion. I look over, and one of the runner ducks popped up out of the water, and it had a huge, kind of chunk taken out of its beak, and then I noticed a big snapping turtle down in there. Tried to catch him. I got my rod out and threw a lure out there with a bobber. And he came after the bobber, but I couldn't quite pull him in because the line was too cheap. I'd have to have some pretty heavy line to bring him in. But
I haven't seen him since.
no, which is fine.
Yeah, we could do without a snapping turtle in the pond. Do we have anything else in the pond? I mean, I've seen some boxer turtles.
Yep.
A lot of frogs.
Tons of frogs. Yeah. But that's probably...
We've seen some snakes. I'm not quite sure what kind of snakes.
I haven't seen them in a while, though.
Yeah.
You got two water snakes out there.
Well, they're not swimming in the water. They're just swimming on top of the water. And I haven't gotten a good look at its belly, so I don't know what kind of snake it is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned about water moccasins, and hopefully that's not it. I'm hoping they're king snakes.
Yeah, we don't want any poisonous creatures out here. Although we do have poisonous creatures, because we've mentioned last time that we have seen a black widow spider out here.
I was just up at the barn this past week. We have a barn at the top of the hill. It's like a pole barn. And I was putting some fencing up there for it's goat fencing, like the chain link fencing. I'm not using it quite yet, so I was putting it for storage. And I saw a black widow up there. Smashed him real quick.
Old Murph and Perf says, lots of cattails in the ditches of Arkansas. Grab some up and plant around your pond.
I'm sure the geese would like that.
Oh, they would, yeah.
Can you imagine Norbert biting into one of the cattails and all the fluff just going everywhere?
Right. Norbert is our goose, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we have 3 geese.
Yep. 3 geese and 4 ducks. And lots of chickens. We just acquired 2 more chickens because Dakota brought one home randomly a couple days ago. And yeah, it does help to keep the pond clean. The pond, it's relatively clean right now. We don't have any, crazy muck floating atop of it or anything like that. It stays pretty clean. I think the ducks and the geese do a pretty good job of stirring it up. But we would like to plant more plants, preferably edible plants though. We're trying to be self-sufficient, so anything that we can grow around here where we can obtain food from is kind of the primary goal.
I think we should plant food for the ducks and geese around the pond.
Yeah. Yeah, we do live off primary goal.
I think we should plant food for the ducks and geese around the pond.
Yeah. Yeah, we do live off grid. Yeah, we do live off grid. For income on the home.
Good morning, Mr. Rock. Yes, we do have some catfish in the pond.
Big catfish. Yeah, there's some pretty large catfish in there. Yep.
Oh, Murph and Perf is Caleb from Winslow.
Oh, okay. All right, huh? I've never met him, but you met him, right?
No, we haven't met him yet.
Oh.
Remember he was going to let us come park on his property?
The guy with the guinea?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So job-wise, I work from here. I use my laptop and make my money that way, doing web design services for people and such. Dakota, she does odd jobs. If you want to explain what you do, feel free.
Well, I just started at a chicken hatchery about 2 weeks ago, and that's been going pretty good. And for the longest time, I was doing some odd jobs, so like interior painting, handyman work, odds and ends, like yard and home cleanup.
And we do not know Big Dixon. Not sure who that is. Big Dixon Mayes? Do you barter and trade things from the homestead? That is going to be a primary goal of ours. Dakota, she's pretty good at networking with people, so she's been doing that quite a bit.
I find it kind of funny because I'm really a hermit and I don't like socializing that much, but I've been trying to network. If you can offer some services to people.
Says he once worked at a bakery to get by. He said he needed the dough. Which, I mean, that's a good skill to have. Actually, a homesteading skill. We'd like to do that. Make some sourdough bread. Make our own bread at some point. When
I attempted it once.
Yeah.
In a cast iron Dutch oven over a fire. And then I learned that you don't want to bake with the fire. You want to make sure that you have the embers going under, put some embers on top,
Yep.
and that's how it'll bake. Because I ended up with a pretty burnt, hard rock. And then there was just one little air bubble that was edible. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping when we get a proper kitchen built and have more counter space, then we'll have a bunch of sourdough bread going and making
Indeed.
lots of other homemade foods. Like I want to make homemade pesto.
Oh, that'd be great.
As much pesto as I like to go through,
Yeah.
that'll be the day.
We do not know Harry. Yeah, we chose to homestead primarily because why do we live off grid, Dakota?
Well, there's a numerous amount of reasons. You know,
It's hard to think of just one, huh?
yeah. Well, I'll tell you one reason. Was so that I could have the ability to shit with the door wide open. Because, you know, if you can't shit with the door wide open, then you're too close to people. Firm believer.
Harry Balzania does homesteading also. I'm not familiar with him. I don't know if he's a big influencer or something on TikTok, but I've never came across this fella. Yeah.
Well, you know, another big reason that I wanted to live off grid and homestead is because, you know, we mentioned the odd jobs and the jobs that we do. I don't want to work for somebody else.
Yeah.
I want to work for myself.
Dang right.
You know, homesteading, and if you're getting to the point of off grid, it's a lot of work, heck of a lot of work. And if you're trying to work another job at the same time as you're trying to work for yourself to fully support yourself, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to live completely self-sufficient off-grid, you know, if you want to do the homesteading thing, it does take, it's a lot of time. You got to put a lot of time into it if you're going to be producing your own food from animals, plants, and so forth. It takes a lot of time to do that. And if you're working a job, then you don't have enough time to really put forth into other projects on the homestead. So our goal right now is to get this property paid off so that we can quit our jobs and then just work on the homestead, you know?
Well, we got to build a proper kitchen, build a proper bathroom, finish building the cabin. We're hoping by, end of September, nearing October, we'll be able to move into the cabin.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm just living in a little 16-foot long camper trailer. He's living in a shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Oh, and we want to build an underground greenhouse.
Sofanda is also into that. She gardens as well. I'm not familiar with, it's the ex-wife of Harry. Has Harry got a new wife? A Subaru Outback. Nope. I have a shuttle bus, which is a Ford E350 Super Duty, that I've converted into, well, my living quarters. It's not completed yet. I did have a actual school bus I lived in for a while, but it kind of died on me, so.
And I have a Chevy Silverado because you got to be able to do truck stuff on a farm.
Yeah. And old Big Red says, are we a couple? Yes, we are a couple. Yeah. Living out here on the homestead, doing our thing.
And each of our animals have a little couple too.
Yep, we made sure that all the animals that we acquired had a little friend of their own as well.
You got to have at least two of each animal.
Yeah, we got Quackers and Cheese first as ducks. Unfortunately, they're two males. We were hoping one was male, one was female. That doesn't stop them from going after each other, though. The new wife's real name, but she goes by Tiny. Okay. Curious as to how she acquired that nickname. Living life, says nice. Living life? Are you living life to its fullest? It's kind of a nice, nice name. It says we got a flash goal. I have no idea what this stuff is. TikTok is too advanced for us homesteaders.
Well, you're supposed to.
Goal. I have no idea what this stuff is. TikTok is too advanced for us homesteaders.
Well, you're supposed to be the techie one.
I got to do some research for this TikTok stuff.
I can barely operate a Zoom call. I tried going into a Zoom call for some... I don't even remember what it was.
We're going to start a flash goal. I have no idea what this is.
All right.
Okay.
Tried going into a Zoom call, and I couldn't figure out how to do the camera. And then I got the camera working, but I didn't have the mic going, and somebody was asking me a question. And then I was trying to talk to them, and they're typing in the comment thing and saying, I don't know if you're talking or not. And the whole time I was just having a conversation. And then I realized the mic wasn't on. And then I got that figured out, but then I couldn't unmute it or mute it when it was time. And I'm better at working in dirt.
Yeah. This is not related to what she's talking about, but she almost burned down the homestead the other day.
I did not.
This is not related to what she's talking about, but she almost burned down the homestead the other day.
I did not. It was under control. I had a bucket of water right next to me.
She was burning some brush while I was out and about.
Well, I was doing a bunch of cleanup all over the place. Well, this has been an ongoing project for the past... Since we moved here about 6 months, we've been working on trying to clean up the property. And part of cleaning up is raking all the leaves, cutting the grass down low, picking up sticks, trimming some brush so you can actually walk around. And then there's a bunch of stuff that, well, you gotta burn it or use it in some project somehow. A lot of the leaves we've been using as bedding for the chickens, ducks, geese. That's free bedding right there, straight from the land.
Yupper do.
Yupper do. And then also putting the leaves and scrap yard waste into the bottom of a... What are you laughing about?
Just my word that I made up. It's a good one.
Yupper do.
Yeah. It's very southern oriented.
Is it?
I think so.
You
But
think
I
so?
made it up though. Nobody else says that. So it's like my own custom word. I should get like a t-shirt that shows me on it. And with just like a little bubble that says yupper do.
No, you need one that
Chat
says
bubble.
hooty hoo.
Or hooty hoo. But I don't think that's not... Because you said there was a song or something, right? Or
Oh, I don't even remember.
that was from something else. Or some song or something.
You say
Hooty hoo.
some stuff, don't you?
That's fun saying stuff sometimes. Did y'all get it on before going live? Well, tell you this right now, what we did get on, we got in on some coffee. Tell you that right now.
Well, what I was saying...
What state? We're in Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas, baby.
Well, more like western.
Yeah.
I did want to go more towards northwest Arkansas, but up around the true northwest Arkansas, it's a little bit more expensive. So we went a little bit more south from northwest Arkansas and found some reasonable land.
Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. My beard keeps growing, so I let it do its thing. We got Joseph from California. Scott says, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Scott. We are drinking on coffee. We're looking to sell some tea here pretty soon. I've been looking at getting my tea blend down, so I'm kind of experimenting with different things. So hopefully we can drink some tea on a live cast here pretty soon.
I have a couple of tea blends that I have made up.
We got southern Utah, East Texas, Wisconsin. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just trying to, these comments are going kind of fast right now. Morning, guys. How far is that from White Village? What's White Village?
I'm not sure.
Sweet greetings and great salutations, folks.
Well, salutations.
Yes. Howdy from Tennessee.
And good morning from Illinois.
All right.
You know, I'm originally from Iowa.
I'm originally from Michigan. I'm a Michigander originally. Now,
Is that what they're called? Michiganders?
Michiganders.
Michiganders.
Yeah, that's, yeah. but I don't go there anymore. I'm here in Arkansas. We like it here. Orange tea is always amazing. Good morning from Detroit. Look at that. We got a Michigander right there.
And good morning from Montana. People from all over the place.
Huh, cool.
Well, how about it?
I'm originally from like Grand Rapids area. Yeah. Northeast Washington.
You know, for the past couple of years, I was traveling the country.
Detox tea. She makes a good detox tea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Living Life says, detox tea.
Well, I like to make a detox tea with a whole bunch of medicinal herbs and then some, like a more floral taste, or more floral flavor notes to it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one tea blend I like making that helps balance my hormones. And I make it a more citrusy with orange peel, some lemon verbena, lemon balm, and then another flavor profile for my hormone balancing tea is a hibiscus rose and red raspberry leaf.
Mm-hmm. That person says, nice cherry cups. Yeah.
I got them from a Goodwill years ago.
And this person's from Guam. All right, hello, person from Guam. Yeah. Mullein leaf tea.
You know, I make a smoking blend using mullein leaf, and I make it for people to help them quit smoking cigarettes. Because the mullein, it's supposed to be able to help you cough up any mucus that you have in your lungs. So I give it to people who are trying to quit cigarettes because it'll help them. Mullein will help cough up that mucus. And also, as they're on their journey trying to quit cigarettes, it gives them something to smoke, because that's part of the habitual habit, is smoking something. But at least it'll be more medicinal plants and something that will be beneficial for getting the mucus that they've accumulated all those years out. And then there's lots of medicinal herbs, like rose petals will help with anxiety and depression. Mugwort will actually help you remember your dreams, and it can help you have lucid dreams or more control over your dreams. So it's kind of a cool plant.
Sometimes wacky tobacco will help with that too. Huh? What'd that person say? Morning from Louisiana. Hello, Shane. This person drinks Busch Light.
In the morning?
I don't know if I'd go with the Busch Light in the morning, but more power to you, buddy.
I gotta start with coffee.
Yeah. We
don't drink alcohol or anything like that real often at all. I brew my own kombucha though. Kombucha has like a 0.01% alcohol is all it's got. So it's like you could never drink enough kombucha to
get a little kooky?
No, not at all. You'd pee it out before anything would start affecting you. But kombucha is really good for your gut health and your microbiome inside your body. Helps balance your pH levels and helps boost the immune system because it helps your gut health. And then if you want to add different flavors to your kombucha and make a medicinal tea out of it, because kombucha is a fermented sweet tea, so you can make whatever flavor of tea that you want, and then you add the sugars and the kombucha, or the SCOBY. A SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast which will make the sweet tea ferment, and then you got yourself a medicinal kombucha.
Yeah. This guy here says, I'm sorry, but you're not off-grid if you're on TikTok. Well, yeah, we've had a few people kind of insinuate the same thing, since we're using cell phones that we're not off-grid. But according to the dictionary and AI, it pretty much states that a person who lives off-grid is somebody who's not connected to a centralized system, such like public utilities, electricity, water, so forth. Sewer, yeah. So the only thing that we really have, we're modern off-grid homesteaders, I guess, but you're not going to find anybody out there. I mean, anybody that lives off-grid they're most likely gonna have a cell phone. You know,
It's kind of nice to be able to call your grandma on a whim, and
yeah, old Grandpap, see what he's up to. He's probably sipping back on old Grandpa's old cough medicine. I bet you're happier than most. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty happy out here. You know, I don't like I used to like big cities when I was younger, going to the
I've
cities.
never liked a big city.
Hit up the clubs.
What?
You know, and stuff. But now, I don't know. It feels good just to be away from all the chaos. We're in Arkansas. Cities are just it's chaotic, and things are just getting weird nowadays. It seems like, man, the world is just getting a little crazy, and it just feels good to know that we're away from all that craziness.
Yeah, and it's definitely cheaper living out in the country and trying to be off grid. Our main bill right now is just the property payment because we don't have any utility bills. We get our water from the sky. There is a well on the property. We just haven't tapped into it because we haven't needed to. We've been doing good on just rainwater, and then water from the pond to water our plants and the animals. And for electric, we have solar panels, so there's no electric bill.
Yep. The man lives in the Tennessee in the mountains. Right on. That'd be a pretty cool chill spot to live up in the mountains, man.
Well, Arkansas has what I like to call it diet mountains because we've been out west when we were traveling, and those are mountains. And so we came to Arkansas, and they're really like large hills.
And yes, we can shower out here. We use water that we collect from the rain. We have a rainwater harvesting system. We use that to shower with.
My shower system, I use 6-gallon jerry cans. I bring the jerry can inside my trailer, and then a 12-volt water pump sucks up the water from the jerry can and sends it to an instant hot water heater. And it's uses 12-volt for the pump, and then propane I have hooked up outside the trailer and have a line coming in. I haven't needed to use any propane because it's been so hot. And then it's a pretty simple shower system. It drains right onto the ground. Use biodegradable soap.
Are we hunters? Not at the moment, but that is something that we are going to look into here pretty soon because we'd like to live fully off-grid and be self-sufficient. So that will include hunting. We have a lot of deer around here, and then we could trap animals as well. There's a lot of armadillo, and I'm sure there's raccoon and skunk and all that kind of stuff. Utah has the best mountains. We've both been to Utah. Utah is a beautiful state. You live in Kentucky, the Appalachian Mountains, living life. Okay, right on.
You know, I'd like to check out the Appalachians at some point.
Yeah.
I've traveled to 31 different states, but the East Coast, I didn't travel a whole lot because there's not many free places where you can park. Out west, there's a lot more free places that you can come across to park.
Colorado, Rocky Mountains. Yeah, I've been up there as well. Colorado, I went to a lot of hot springs in Colorado.
I went to a lot of hot springs in Oregon. Oregon had a lot of really cool hot springs.
Good morning from Minnesota. Hello, Minnesota man, 77. Montana, you're building in Colorado. Right on. Yeah, Colorado seems to be a pretty good state for doing the homesteading or the off-grid thing. Morning from Virginia. Right on. Live offline with no, I don't know what that says. Have you ever river rafted in the Smoky Mountains? That I've not done. I mean, that'd be fun though. That sounds hella fun. One 296 34th Street, Northeast Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That person's just gonna give us the full address. Exactly where they live.
Oh, you know, I'm originally from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Oh, that's something. Where's that at? 34th Street?
Huh.
Yep. The dog's name?
This is Stevie.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks.
She's a good old gal. We have another dog around here, Aeon. Aeon, what are you doing over there? You gonna come over here and say hi?
Aeon.
I guess she's just gonna chill over there. Aeon is she's an Akita. She's a big old fluffy dog. There she is. There. Yeah, we got 2 dogs out here, 2 cats. What in the cornbread is going on here? This person says.
What in the cornbread?
Well, we are 2 off-grid enthusiasts. We are building a homestead here in Arkansas. We're trying to live a self-sufficient lifestyle by living fully off the land. That's our big plan. We've been on the property here. We're on 7.3 acres for 6 months now. So far we're harvesting rainwater that we use to shower, to drink,
To wash our hands.
And we have managed to plant some plants, but we're not making that a priority this season since we just moved here. So next season is going to be a big time for us because we're going to be planting all kinds of stuff. We did manage to plant a couple apple trees, some peach trees, got some grape plants, we got tomatoes going, some cucumbers, but we got pumpkins and watermelon. What's our screen? Got some grape plants, we got tomatoes going, some cucumbers, but we got pumpkins and watermelon. What's our screen brightness?
Well, for the first season, I didn't want to plant a whole bunch of plants because there's a lot of infrastructure that we got to get set up. And trying to do a bunch of major projects and grow food at the same time is a bit overwhelming, and working a full-time job. So put growing food on the back burner for the first season so that we can focus on some of the major projects. Because once we get the major projects taken care of, we'll be living just a little bit more comfortably, and then we can focus on growing food.
That person says they keep popping in and out because our screen keeps freezing. That's probably because maybe it could be the service out here. I'll have to connect to my internet next time, I guess, when we do our lives, just to prevent that from happening. We live in Arkansas. They have 5 kittens that were born July 4th. That's welcome to the real world.
The real world.
Yeah, this is real as it gets out here, man. Yes, sir. Yep. Iowa doesn't have poisonous snakes. Does Arkansas? Arkansas does have many poisonous creatures.
Iowa doesn't have poisonous snakes? Yeah. I grew up in Iowa, and I didn't realize that there weren't any poisonous ones. Huh.
Why
Arkansas?
Arkansas. I'll let Dakota take this.
My mom grew up in Arkansas, so I still have my mom's side of the family that lives down here, and I was researching different states that would be good to live off-grid, and since I grew up in Iowa, I don't like harsh winters, and Iowa got some pretty harsh winters. There was one time it got to like -40 up in Iowa.
I'm going to grab my internet so we can get a
Alrighty.
better connection here. I'll be back.
It got up to like -40 in Iowa with several feet of snow, and after growing up with that, I just don't like harsh winters anymore. So down in Arkansas, it'd be crazy if you got any snow, which last winter it actually got 10 inches, but that was for the whole winter, and it was gone within about a week. So people were freaking out down in Arkansas that it got any snow, because usually it would just be a light dusting, and you can still see the grass, and it's gone within a day or so. And I get seasonal depression sometimes because all of my favorite activities are outside. So being able to have nicer winters is pretty cool. And then in Arkansas, it's got some pretty good dirt, a pretty long growing season for food. I just kind of like all the nature. Arkansas is the natural state. And I could go on and on about the reasons I chose Arkansas.
Originally from Ohio, moved to Wyoming because after the military, I didn't want people something.
In real life anymore.
Harder to read the screen now since the sun's kind of like,
This guy says that I made Arkansas sound real good. There's a lot of good people. I think that if you send out odd jobs for older folks, I don't hang out with many people my own age. I do a lot of odd jobs for older folks. They're really appreciative, and then they treat you really nice in return. So I've met some good people.
This person says, "Ho, from West Virginia." Yes, we can't get away. We can't wait to get away from people.
Yeah, we're kind of hermits. I've met a couple of people at this hatchery that I work at, and it's like a whole little community. That's one thing I like about a small town, is everybody pretty well knows each other, and it's like a little community. People there will find out that I live off grid, and then they wanted to give me building materials. Like this one lady had some extra wood lying around, or 55-gallon drums, and she said, "Could you use these?" And it's just been really nice getting to know some of the people.
Our nearest grocery store?
The nearest grocery store is 10 minutes away. We live in a real small town in Arkansas with around 400 people. And then about 10 minutes down the highway, there's a town with a little over 1,000 people, and they have a Harps grocery store, a Dollar General, and a gas station convenience store. You have to drive about 25 minutes or so to get to the nearest Walmart, so it's not too bad. We're not super far from a city. Well, it's not a huge city, but it's big enough to have Walmart.
Hello from Virginia, North Carolina. Property taxes are high?
Actually, that's another reason that I chose Arkansas, because if you buy raw land, there's nothing there. And we just got a shed that we're turning into our cabin. So if you don't really build anything, you can keep the property taxes real low, and ours are only $20 for the whole year.
We are definitely hermits, and my husband wants to be off-grid so bad. Make it happen, man. You'd be surprised how cheap raw land is. If you really do some research, figure out what state you want to do it in, make sure you look up the laws and regulations to make sure that you can build whatever you want. Like you have...
Got to make sure it's unrestricted land.
Yep.
Because otherwise they can dictate what you can do with your property. So that was another reason I chose Arkansas, is because there's more unrestricted land. And for living off-grid, I wanted to be able to build whatever I want to build. So that was important to make sure it was unrestricted.
Yes, we do have fish in the pond. And this person says y'all have amazing vibes.
Well, thank you.
We be vibing. That's what we be doing out here. Yeah. Our cat's out there in the distance. Just meowing.
He's a good little guy.
Yeah.
He's just meandering on over.
What's up? What's his Scoobs? Scoobs says, "What's up?" Just chilling out here on the homestead, Scoobs.
Do we have kiddos and animals? Well, right now we've just got a whole bunch of animals.
Yep. We got chickens, we got ducks, we got geese, we got dogs, we got cats, and we got spiders all over the place. Yeah.
We've got 2 dogs, 2 cats, 3 geese, 4 ducks, 8 guinea.
Thank you, Hannah.
2 roosters, 8 hens, and 2 meat chickens. And then eventually we want some meat rabbits and hens and 2 meat chickens. And then eventually we want some meat rabbits and either goats or sheep. We're still deciding between the two. Maybe both.
And an
Who
emu.
knows? And an emu.
Gotta get an emu.
That's up for debate.
You know?
I don't know about an emu.
We shall see. Rabbit is so good. We've never actually had a rabbit before, but from my research, I mean, if we have meat rabbits, we could produce them at a pretty fast rate, so we can always get that meat in and out, keep it pumping, so we don't got to go to Walmart and buy our meats there. I mean, if we have meat rabbits, we could produce them at a pretty fast rate, so we can always get that meat in and out, keep it pumping, so we don't got to go to Walmart and buy our meats there. I'm getting sick of buying, grocery store prices are getting crazy, man. I'm getting sick of having to buy food from the store, so we want to be able to produce everything right at homestead. Yep. Some goats, yeah, goats, yeah.
If we got goats, we would get either Nigerian or Nubian goats, because I want to be able...
yeah.
If we got goats, we would get either Nigerian or Nubian goats, because I want to be able to milk them, have them for meat. And, well, if we got sheep, then we could shear them and have wool also. So that's why I'm debating between sheep or goats.
The fainting goats are perfect.
That's a genetic Nigerian or Nubian goats, because I want to be able to milk them, have them for meat. And, well, if we got sheep, then we could shear them and have wool also. So that's why I'm debating between sheep or goats.
The fainting goats are perfect.
That's a genetic disorder, and I don't really want to breed fainting goats, because I kind of feel bad for them when they get scared and tip over, because all their muscles lock off. Just feel bad for the goat. So I want to get specifically milkings. Because I like yogurt. I eat a lot of yogurt, and I'd like to be able to make my own. And I got this culture called Vili, Villi, from a lady out in Washington, and it's a culture of bacteria that you can put straight in your milk, either cow's milk, goat's milk. It's got to be real milk, and you only need a teaspoon. Put it into like a glass of milk, cover it with some cloth, rubber band it, set it on a countertop in the shade. And then within like 12 hours, it'll set and turn into yogurt.
And we are in Arkansas, by the way.
And this culture of Vili, you can use it over and over and over, unlike some other cultures of yogurt. So that's one thing I like about it.
In the Ozarks, not quite in the Ozarks. We're just south of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
We are 11 miles away from the Devil's Den killer. If y'all seen that on the news.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so.
That was less than an hour away.
Yeah, maybe 20-minute drive or something.
Oh, they asked that because they're watching the series Ozarks right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't
know what that's about.
I've seen that series.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
About this guy that gets involved in money laundering or something, and then his family, they move to the Ozarks because he has to. He's kind of forced to because the mafia or something.
Oh.
Yeah, he gets involved in the mafia. So he has to go to the Ozarks to launder money. So he buys a casino, a strip club, and all these businesses to launder money.
Oh.
We're not money launderers.
No.
We're just homesteaders, man. That's all we do out here.
Oh, man.
Ain't no reason to launder money out here. If we did, we wouldn't tell you anyway.
Good grief.
What else we got going on here?
He's
almost to the end of it. It's pretty intense. I don't think I've even made it to the end. I don't think I watched it to the end. Don't buy kava. It doesn't do anything. I don't know what kava is.
I'm not quite sure.
I'm looking to homestead as soon as I get the finances up in Florida. Can't wait to get out of... Yeah, I've never heard much about Florida being like a good off-grid homesteading state. I've never met anybody or seen anybody that lives out there that does the homesteading thing.
It'd be pretty hot in the summer. I mean, it's been hot in Arkansas during the summer. We had some days in the high 90s and over 100 degrees, and That's been hot enough. I'm actually looking forward to fall for it to cool down a little bit here.
The Boys on Amazon Prime is my favorite show. I've never heard of that show. Not sure what that's about.
I don't know much for TV shows. I don't even own a TV.
Yeah, we don't have a TV. We watch shows sometimes on our on our cell phones or something, or on my laptop. You know, every now and then we'll chill and watch a flick.
Yeah, but
What was the most recent show we've watched?
I don't know.
One that we've watched all the way through.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see a need to have a TV. If we really want to watch a show, which really isn't that often, because we're so busy either working on the homestead or with some other job, we just get tired out by the time that we get all the animals put away in the evening. And I have to wake up at 4 a.m. And so we go to bed about 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there, and that's just when it's getting dark outside, put all the animals away, and we say, well, time for bed.
Yeah. I have a $2,400 TV and barely turned it on.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
You better sell that baby. Yeah, it's just collecting dust then, huh?
Around about how many animals do you have altogether? Well, let's see. You'd have to do the math on that. We got 2 dogs, 2 cats, 3 geese, 4 ducks. We need to use your hands now. You gotta hold a finger up.
Yeah, I'll do it in my head real quick while you're doing it out loud.
Alright, so we're at 11 after the ducks. And then we got 8 guinea. 13 chickens. Is that all the animals?
Yeah, so you got what, like 32, 33?
Alright.
Yeah.
32 or
We
33?
are outnumbered out here.
Yeah. We were standing in the chicken coop just yesterday, and I was like, oh man, we're surrounded.
Yeah.
What you looking for?
No, nothing.
Okay. And we have 8 hens for laying eggs, 2 roosters, and then 2 meat chickens.
Did you have prior experience homesteading, living before this?
Yeah, well, I've always liked camping and gardening. My mom has always been a gardener, so I've grown up with her showing me how to plant plants and garden. And then the past 2 years, I was living in a little camper trailer traveling the country, and I found a couple that let me park on their property. They had about 5 acres doing the homestead thing, and in exchange for a free place to park my trailer, I did about 12 hours a week of work on their farm in order for a free place to stay. And then there was lots of my own clients that I've done gardening for and landscaping.
How much does an acre of property go for? And yes, this person says, good job getting rid of him. I ended up muting that one guy because he was saying inappropriate stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
None of
Yeah,
that.
it's unfortunate that some people get in these chats and just say very inappropriate things. I don't know why people just can't come in and, you know,
How
have some
much
common sense.
does an acre of property go for in your area? Well, prices of property have drastically increased over the years. My uncle was telling me that it used to be like $1,000 per acre, and you can't find it for that anymore.
Well, I actually own 10 acres in Arizona, and I paid less than $1,000 per acre for mine.
Well, that's in Arizona where there's no grass, no trees, no nothing. So that's where you could get property for real cheap, $1,000 an acre.
Right.
Out in Arizona.
Yeah, but you're gonna be in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out there.
Yeah. But here in Arkansas, we're not too far from a city. There was actually a well and a pond on the property, so we were able to get it for $8,000 per acre. But it definitely depends on your location. Like Northwest Arkansas, you're going to pay more per acre. versus if you're way out in the middle of nowhere and it's an hour and a half or so to the closest Walmart, then it's going to be cheaper property.
This person says they want to do the barter or trade thing. Yes, that's awesome, because to me that's like something I think about quite frequently. Because in the future it'd be pretty rad if I could just, if I got like a craving for a watermelon, you know, and my neighbor down the road's got some watermelon, and we might have like some tomatoes, and the guy's like, hey, you know, you got tomatoes? I got a watermelon. You know, let's do a little trade here. And
Yeah, we've been trying to meet our neighbors. It's slow going because we're kind of hermits, and our neighbors are also hermits. But if you meet your neighbors and then you can offer them different skills, like say, hey, I'll do this on your property for you if you could help me with this project. And so we're trying to network a little bit and get to know people in the community to be able to barter and trade.
this person says that deck board is setting off my OCD. Yeah, our deck, or our dock here is pretty rough. This is how it was when we purchased the property. This is going to be something that we're going to have to fix, obviously. But right now, it's pretty treacherous.
Yeah, you could fall right through. We've had a couple of places where it's sunk a little bit. And
I've seen where the ducks run across it, and then one of the ducks will fall in the hole and get stuck for a minute, and it kind of crawl back out. This person's in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. Not sure where Walnut Ridge is at.
I feel like it's on the western side of Arkansas. I'd have to look at a map again.
Yeah, bartering is amazing. It allows you to meet your neighbors. Yeah, our neighbor that we met recently down there, they ended up, they got a bunch of wild plum trees. And they're like, yo, if you all want some plum trees, you can come out here and dig it up. And that's what we did. We dug one up.
In the middle of summer, which is not a good idea.
Yeah,
You want to transplant trees fall, winter, spring, not the middle of summer.
Yes, unfortunately, that tree did not do too well. It's planted in the ground over there, but all its green leaves have wilted and fallen to the ground.
We have some apple and peach trees that we got started in early spring, and those are doing good.
They got mangoes in Florida, man. They're
Mangoes?
That'd be so... Well, our long-term goal is to build an underground greenhouse so that we can produce tropical fruit.
I want to grow mangoes,
Oranges.
lemons, oranges, and an avocado tree. I used to have quite a few avocado trees. It was really just a hobby. I wasn't expecting fruit to grow from it. And I had an avocado tree for like 3 years. It was doing good. It was like yay tall. Grew it from a seed that I got from an avocado from Walmart.
This person's in Arkansas as well. Hello, hello. I've got a bunch of seeds started for mangoes.
Nice. We had a mango tree started.
If you want to send us a mango tree, we would not say no to that.
I wouldn't complain about getting a mango tree.
We'd have to wait until our underground greenhouse is constructed first, though, because we wouldn't want it to die.
Yeah, well, another thing we got to be weary about is our cat sitting on it.
Yeah.
I had a little avocado tree started here, and our little cat, well, pudgy cat, comes along, comes and just plops down and sits on it with no regard for the little plant.
Pineapple trees are easy to grow. This person wants to build a bunker. We're looking to do a root cellar here pretty soon, and that will be also like a tornado shelter, you know.
Yeah, during the springtime, there's a lot of tornado warnings around Arkansas.
All right, this person says they followed. Keep in touch, and they'll send us one.
Well, thank you.
Right on.
The mango tree?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Thank you, Parker. I appreciate that.
Do you ever get bears? Our neighbor said that they've spotted a bear out here on our property, but we have yet to see any. We've seen other animals around here, but
we've seen some deer. You can hear coyotes at night.
Yeah. And there's armadillos.
Yeah, the dogs don't like the armadillos because the armadillos make a bunch of noise scrounging around in the leaves. Raccoons, skunks. There's been sightings of mountain lion and bobcat. There's been sightings of mountain lion and bobcat.
Yes.
Yep, there's bobcats.
Yep. But we've recently fenced in a large portion of our property, though, so that we could have our dogs to give them more freedom, because they're, chained up for a while, and we kind of felt bad for them. We want them to have a little more freedom to run around, so we fenced in like 1,000 feet 1,000 feet of fencing recently.
Is that about an acre or so, you suppose, we fenced in?
Yeah, I would say it's a nice chunk. So now the
Yeah.
dogs can run around, and it keeps, you know, other animals out.
Parker's used to a deer hunter, and
scared to death of an armadillo.
you're scared to death of an armadillo.
Armadillos are interesting little creatures. We have tons of deer out here, so as soon as we get like a deep freezer or something established, we're gonna probably hunt deer, and we'd like to store large quantities of meat, you know, for future purposes.
Yeah, we're in western Arkansas, so it's not really north or south. It's just like central west.
Armadillos sound much bigger than they actually are. I've never actually heard an armadillo. I don't know what they sound like.
Well, they make a lot of noise scrounging around in the leaves.
Yes, that's for sure. Yeah.
They don't care if they're seen, I guess.
Armadillos carry leprosy. Leprosy. I don't know too much about armadillos. I know ticks carry Lyme disease, and we got too many of those out here, man.
I
I've
know
been battling those ticks.
I've been trying to clean up the property, like raking the leaves, keeping the grass cut short, cutting the brush down just to try and help keep the tick population down. Thankfully, because it's been so hot, we haven't seen a whole lot of ticks. But I also got food grade diatomaceous earth that I want to sprinkle around the ground to help with the tick population, because diatomaceous earth on a microscopic level, it's got sharp edges, and it will cut the exoskeleton of the tick and then dries them out.
Yep. Parker says that's what he was talking about, like the sound of them kind of ruffling through the leaves and on the ground. Yeah, it could scare you if you hear it and you don't really expect it. Yeah. Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue.
Now, I'm gonna coin that term. That's gonna be my slogan, man.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's perfect. I'm gonna get a T-shirt made, and we're gonna sell them. We're gonna sell these T-shirts. It's just gonna be me on the front of the T-shirt. Maybe you in the background or something. You know what I mean? Like peeking your head over my shoulder, and then I'm just gonna be looking out, and there's gonna be a chat bubble or a little text bubble that says "Yup or do." We'll sell those shirts, man. We'll make $1 million.
Oh man. Let's see, what do we got going on today? We're putting drywall up in the cabin. Our goal is to get the walls covered with drywall today.
Yeah, this person makes shirts. Well, hot damn. We'll have to keep in touch with them, huh? We'll get those shirts made up lickety-split.
There's a new tick disease worse than Lyme disease. Well, shoot, we don't need that.
No, some of these ticks are tiny, too. I've noticed sometimes you get these ticks on you. You could barely see them. They're like microscopic, man.
Seed ticks.
Whatever they are, but they are small little guys. We're hoping hopefully next season we won't see as many, because we've done a few things around the homestead to kind of prevent them. We've got eight guinea around here.
Yeah, for the longest time the guinea didn't understand what their job description was, and they were just trying to get back into the chicken run. They were just spending the whole day trying to figure out how to get into the chicken run. And it took them a couple of weeks to realize, we should probably go peck at the ground, guys. That's their job description. We got them to peck at the ground, eat the ticks, keep the grass low.
Thank you for such a joy this Sunday morning. Keep being awesome and spreading peace. Thank you. I hope you have a good day. If that's kind of a key, she's basically pointing out that, hey, I'm taking off. You guys are... I love the guinea. I did not know that they could breed to a rooster. I did not know that.
Nice.
Guinea can crossbreed with chickens. Okay, that's...
Well, I do like to call them... I think of guineas as the chicken's ugly cousin.
You call them a chinny.
Chinny? Yeah, if you look at a guinea's face, it's kind of weird looking, and it's definitely the chicken's ugly cousin.
Yeah, they are funky looking creatures. That's for sure.
But so long as they do the job of keeping the tick population down, I don't mind them.
They have a flock of 30 of them that run wild here.
That's
Yeah.
a fair amount.
Yes, it is.
We only have 80, or not 80.
Oh,
We have eight.
80. Oh, that'd be crazy. It'd be madness.
I can't imagine all the noise that would be going on if you had that many
I
guinea.
know.
They're a bunch of noise makers, so they alert the flock if anything's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're just constantly making noise, and if you're trying to have a conversation and the guineas pass by making all that noise, you can barely hear each other standing this close.
Yep.
Speaking of noise makers, or geese, they make a heck of a lot of noise just honking.
They're pretty quiet right now, though.
Yeah, what are they up to?
Hey, Norbert!
Norbert!
Norbert! There he is. What are you doing? There they
What are
are.
you guys getting up to? They're taking a nap on the shoreline.
Yeah. Doing geese things, duck things. Yep. So we have a lot of stuff to do today. We plan on going live every weekend for those of you that might want to, check in. We're going to try to do every Saturday morning, but we couldn't do yesterday, so we're doing Sunday instead.
Yep, I picked up an odd job of doing some yard cleanup for a lady.
It's great that she's doing all these side gigs because she always comes home with free stuff. Kind of like these bibs that I got. She acquired these for free from some older fella. What was his name?
Vincent.
Old Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of older folks that need help, and they can't necessarily afford paying a professional company that charges $40-some an hour. It's kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can help some older folks out, they're willing to pay you a little something. And if you have a conversation with them, a lot of older folks just want to socialize a little bit. So then if you get to talking about stuff, and then they just want to help you out.
Yep.
So we've gotten some food from some older folks and just stuff that they no longer need. It's pretty nice of them.
Yeah, and to be honest, I've always kind of enjoyed the company of older folks opposed to younger folks. They've always seemed to be better company. I like old people. Always have good stories, and I don't know. Younger people just usually haven't really been my vibe. So I've always preferred to hang out with the older folks.
Yeah, I think I kind of have old people hobbies, like gardening, tending to the chickens.
Yeah. I believe God puts people in your path for a reason. You are definitely good people. Yeah, we try to be good. I
give it a shot.
Yeah. I'd prefer to be a good person than a bad person. To be honest, I don't understand bad people out there. I don't understand how their brain works. Like how somebody can, whether it comes down to something as petty as stealing or something as big as, obviously taking out another person, taking their life. It just doesn't make any sense to me how their brain operates. It's crazy.
You could definitely learn a lot from your elders. They're the most important. Yep. They have a lot of life experience, and I've learned a lot of things from some older folks. I have a friend out in Washington. He's 81 years old. He let me do some landscaping for him one season, and hey, what's going on over there? Yeah, this 81-year-old guy let me do some landscaping for him on his property, and I learned a lot from him, and he's a good friend.
Yeah.
And there's another 60-year-old guy around here, the guy that gave us these overalls. He has a garden that he's been growing for quite a few years, and he said if you ever need some tips on how to grow your garden or grow this plant or that plant, just ask me. And so you can learn a lot of information from some of these older folks.
Yep, or do.
Yep, or do. One thing that this older guy told me is for growing sweet potatoes. I had the idea, I'll just put the sweet potato in the ground that has some slips growing off of it and it'll be all good. Just willy-nilly stick the potato in the ground. But turns out you want to stick the sweet potato in some shallow dirt, let the sweet potato slip grow from it, and then you can pull the slip off. If it's got some roots coming from it, pull it off of the potato and then plant that slip in the ground, and then you'll get some proper sweet potatoes from it that way. Because otherwise, if you try and grow sweet potatoes with the slips attached to the original potato, then the potatoes will just turn out long and scraggly like a carrot. Didn't know that.
Parker says he didn't fit in the school and he learned from the elders. Yeah, we were kind of the same way. We were kind of outcast in school. I know I certainly was. Dakota pointed out several times in conversations that she was as well. Some people just aren't, meant to fit in with society. Some people are meant to live on the outskirts and grow their own food and harvest their own rainwater and such.
Ooh, Aeon's got a tick.
Uh-oh, another tick.
I know it.
Food and harvest their own rainwater and such.
Ooh, Aeon's got a tick.
Uh-oh, another tick.
I know it. Be safe.
She says, leave me alone, man.
I know it.
Yeah.
Come here.
Always dealing with these ticks. Vertical farming is amazing. Yes, that's something we definitely want to incorporate in our lifestyles. Vertical farming saves space. You can grow a lot of produce in such a small area. That's exactly what I plan on doing. I'm 42 now and had a bad accident and getting back up on my feet. All right. Good to see you're getting back on your feet. Unfortunately, life's a roller coaster sometimes. There's ups and downs, and all you can do is get back on that roller coaster, I guess, huh?
Oh, you girly.
Yep. Today, we're going to be working, after this live session, we got a lot of stuff to do. We recently acquired a cabin, but it's bare. It's one of those, it's like a shed that you can buy, and then they come and deliver it. So it's bare. There's nothing on the inside.
Yeah, it's a 14 by 24 shed, but the front part has a porch, so it feels homey. Mm-hmm. And the porch takes up a good chunk, actually. So the inside is only a 14 by 17 and a half. So we're turning it into a bedroom/living room, and then we're going to build a kitchen and a bathroom attached to it. Mm-hmm. We're still debating about how we want to build the kitchen. Build a kitchen and a bathroom attached to it. Mm-hmm. We're still debating about how we want to build the kitchen and bathroom. I really like cob, and I'm kind of tempted to build a cob kitchen and bathroom, but we cons of that. And still deciding. So the cabin, we're hoping to have it built and ready to move in by the end of September, hopefully. Mm-hmm. And then not quite sure how long it's going to take us to build a kitchen and a bathroom, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we will, one step at a time.
Hey, what are you doing over there? Norbert!
Yeah, come on over here, buddy. Say hi.
We can call over at our goose. His name is Norbert. And
Sir Norbert.
He seems to know his name, and he'll honk at you.
Yeah. Almost every time you call his name, he'll give you a big honk. He knows his name. All right. Well, anywho, should we end this live session and drinking a caffeinated beverage? Although it does look a little muddy. I put a little cocoa powder in my coffee, so it's a little muddy in there. Tie a burlap bag
full of sulfur to your mower tractor and drag it every inch of the property. What would we do that for?
Is that for like ticks or something, or what? Sulfur.
I'm not sure, but we don't even own a mower.
Huh.
No mower. I do have a weed eater. Not sure, but we don't even own a mower.
Huh.
No mower. I do have a weed eater. But I'm not gonna weed eat the entire acre that we have fenced in. I'm hoping that the chickens and guineas will help us maintain all the tall grass, hopefully. Otherwise, I will have to do something. The chickens and guineas will help us maintain all the tall grass, hopefully. Otherwise, I will have to do something about keeping the grass short.
Yeah. Parker says he just passed. Who just passed away? Ozzy Osbourne did, unfortunately. A great legend has left us. One of the biggest influences on rock and roll music, man. Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. Parker gives a thumbs up.
To get this drywall on the walls. Because then after we get the drywall on the walls, then we can put some joint compound up there. And then we can prime it, paint it. And I want to put these wood beams on the ceiling and make like square patterns. So then we can hang stuff from the ceiling and kind of give it a cool look.
What would we hang from the ceiling?
Well, we're going to hang a bunch of plants from the ceiling and some fairy lights. And we're going to make it feel magical. All
right. Yeah.
And then we can put flooring in and move in. I'm pretty excited. I've been living in my little camper trailer for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a 8 feet by 16 foot little camper trailer, and it's not even big enough to roll out a yoga mat. 8 feet by 16 foot little camper trailer, and it's not even big enough to roll out a yoga mat and do yoga. So I'm really excited for this upgrade of moving into our little cabin, because it's a 14 by 17 and a half. I'll actually be able to stretch out my legs.
Yeah. And I live in a partially converted, built-out shuttle bus. So
yeah, partially built out.
Yeah, so really right now the only thing in my bus is a bed. And then I have a propane cooktop. Just a little 2-burner portable Coleman stove.
We're giving the eggs to the dogs once a day.
Yep.
I mean, it's good for their coat.
Yeah.
So, and we got so many eggs.
We should start selling them to our followers, man. Sell them for like 25 cents an egg, but we can put like a customized, personalized message on the egg with like a permanent marker. Yeah. You could put like, if somebody had an enemy or something, you could just put like "suck it," on the egg, and then we could ship it to the enemy. It'd be an anonymous egg message.
Well, through the whole shipping process, the egg would probably break, and then once it made it to the person's enemy, then it'd be a whole rotten egg.
It would be. So perhaps that wouldn't work out too well.
Oh, man. The person's enemy, then it'd be a whole rotten egg.
It would be. So perhaps that wouldn't work out too well.
Oh, man. That wouldn't be very nice.
No. We're nice folks. We wouldn't do something like that. Sometimes we have evil thoughts, but we don't act on our evil thoughts. There's a big difference there, right? He says yes. Big difference. Is there a time in history where you've ever actually thought or acted on an evil thought? I know when I was younger, my brother would do something, to pee me off. I know back in the day when there was compact discs, I had, a collection of compact discs, and one day I noticed that on one of my discs, when I was playing, it was skipping. So I was like, what the heck's up with this, So I pulled my disc out of the CD player, and I noticed that on the back, on the bottom of it, it said, I think it said douchebag.
Oh!
And I looked at my brother, obviously he scraped it into the disc, Obviously when you're, two brothers, in your teenage years, you have little feuds from time to time, so you try to get back at your brother by doing something. So I had an evil thought. We're getting back to the evil thought thing. So when that happened, I had an evil thought about smacking him. So I followed through.
Who are you?
Oh, I must have been maybe 14.
14?
Perhaps, yeah.
That sounds like a 14-year-old thing to do.
That might have been the end of my evil thoughts, though. Or not the thoughts, but like acting on them. I can't remember a time where I acted on an evil thought after that. So age 14 was the last time.
Hooligan years.
My hooligan years, yeah. Intrusive thoughts, yes. Intrusive thoughts.
I do have stuff popping up in my brain all the time, but it's more of just like talking to the animals.
Yeah. Did they talk back?
Well, Norbert does, and Journey, he comes over and he says,
Meow.
meow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he says.
He's got a lot to say. Those animals be saying stuff.
And then there's all sorts of different stuff popping in my head, but it's a lot of just projects to do around here.
Good morning and happy Sunday to y'all. It looks like a beautiful morning there. It is a fine morning out here in Arkansas.
Yeah, it's cooled down a good amount compared to last week. It was in the high 90s, and now it's a very nice, reasonable temperature out. I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, in the background you can see our dock, which looks pretty treacherous, and then behind that is our pond.
That also looks treacherous.
The color of it might ward off certain people, but it's a good pond. The ducks and the geese like it, so.
Yeah, the only reason it looks so murky is because all of the clay that lines the pond.
Parker says it was lovely talking to you guys. I turned on notifications, so next time you go live, I'll get the notifications. Right on, Parker.
Nice.
We
Well,
appreciate
thank
you chatting. I have to run for it a little bit. All right, Parker. Well, you have yourself a wonderful day, fine sir. Yeah.
Well, we're going to try and do a live once a weekend.
Is Parker a girl or a guy? I can't see.
Well, I don't have very good eyesight. I'm supposed to wear glasses.
Okay, well, either way, have a wonderful day. It's cooled here, too. Feels like the fall. Thank goodness. Building the house, and that heat was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's this? Nick and Bree off the grid. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you guys are. Yeah, I've been watching a few of your videos. You guys are just doing all kinds of stuff out there. It's pretty rad to see that you guys are... get all the produce. I've noticed all the produce and stuff with the plants that you're planting, which is pretty cool. There's Uncle Joe. He's moving mighty slow at the junction. Not sure who Uncle Joe is. I'm sure he's a rad fella. He's a slow mover, huh? Yeah, it's always busy on the homestead. There's always something to do. Always something. So...
I have a huge to-do list. It's a full page long. It should keep us busy through the whole rest of the year, and then there's going to be a to-do list until the day we die, probably.
Yep, indeed.
Have y'all done gardening there yet? Well, we're on our first year on the property, so there's a bunch of major projects that we're trying to get set up, and just the basic infrastructure is what we're trying to get set up this first year. I had some plants that I was traveling with, and I wanted to get those in the dirt. So mainly my perennials, put a couple of trees in the ground because those take the longest.
Apple trees, peach trees.
Yeah, they take the longest to get established. The trees take like 3-4 years. Perennials will take like 2 to 3 years before it's producing a good amount of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to get those in the ground, a couple other perennials. As far as annuals go, we didn't do a whole lot of annuals. Luke put in some tomatoes, pumpkins, got some cucumbers.
Watermelon.
So we did a couple of annuals, but didn't want to do a whole lot of those because it would take up a lot of our time as we're trying to do major projects.
Thought about some wacky tobacco, But
it would just be way too overwhelming to try and be growing all of our food and the projects at the same time.
Did you guys move far away? The most gorgeous peach this year, surprisingly. So yeah, you guys planted a peach tree. Yeah, I seen that video actually of your peach tree, and it looked like pumpkin or something. I think one of the videos I watched the other day, you were showing off your pumpkin. I have some pumpkin plants here that are doing quite well as well.
Did you guys move far away? Well, we were traveling the country. Luke had been traveling the country in his shuttle bus for like the past 6 years.
Yeah, just traveling the United States.
And I'd been traveling for 2 years. I'm originally from Iowa. He's originally from Michigan. Mm-hmm. And then I was out in Washington. I had some money saved up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Arkansas and start looking for some land. You want to come with me? And what'd you say?
Let's go, baby cakes. Yeah.
Yes, surprise pumpkin from feeding the chickens. Nice. I like a good volunteer plant.
Yeah.
We got a heck of a lot of volunteer trees that were just popping up all over the place, and so I had to prune those down so that we could actually walk around and make a larger yard for the dogs.
We have a couple persimmon trees across the pond too, so I'm pretty stoked about those.
Yeah, we haven't checked on them in a while. They might be fruiting.
Yeah, we should check on those. Yeah.
Because they're pretty established. I bet we could get some fruit from them.
Yeah.
They were already on the property when
Yep.
we moved here.
My coffee's about gone. I usually always say that if my coffee's gone, then the live session ends.
You've been drinking on your coffee for a while. I've
Well,
already got mine gone.
Yeah, well, I'm sipping on it slow now, you know what I mean? I'm trying to really savor it.
Well, you know what? I could go for another cup.
It feels more comfortable doing a live session when you're like holding something, you know?
Yeah.
You can like move it around, and, drink it.
So you can just move it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta swirl the coffee and get those flavor notes.
Yes. How much land do you guys have? We are on the second year, right on, and
How
lot of
much
clearing
land
to
do we
do,
have?
food
We have
forest.
7.3 acres.
Oh yeah, but we only live in a very small section. What is this? Maybe like maybe 2 acres or something.
We have the fenced-in area. I'd call it about an acre is all.
Yeah, so we're kind of like right in the middle of the forest. So we're surrounded by forest, and there's just like a bald spot, like right in the middle that we live in primarily. Yeah. You have 7.5, right on. Yeah, it's a pretty decent amount, you know. I mean, there's a lot. We have like a bunch of deer out there, so we can hunt. And there's going to be other areas out there that we're going to clear out in the future, you know, to get ourselves a nice food forest, fairy forest, permaculture forest.
Yeah, I want to make it feel magical with a bunch of archways, using cattle panels or other trellises, or propping up sticks to make teepees and whatnot, and make it like a walkway where you can just walk through. You see some food hanging down, and then you can have a little snack as you're walking through the little fairy forest, food forest.
Yeah.
And make it like a hangout area in the garden.
Water source. We collect rainwater. We have 330-gallon IBC totes. So we have almost 1,000 gallons of water that we collect, and then we filter that for drinking and so forth.
I'm going to be right back.
Have we thought about beekeeping? Yes. We collect, and then we filter that for drinking and so forth.
I'm going to be right back.
Have we thought about beekeeping? Yes. I meal every morning. Oatmeal and eggs, man. That's my thing. But yeah, that's how we've been doing it. That's how we do's out here. But living off grid it's very freeing. It's a good way to, I don't know, just get rid of all the stress and the anxiety, man. Because if you're living in big cities, it's so crazy. I do not like big city life. It just feels so much better out here, being away from all the chaos. It's just it feels good to be out here in nature. We don't hear cars zipping by all the time, or the sound of horns blaring, or people yelling. It's just the sounds of just nature, and birds tweeting, fish jumping out of the water, so forth. How are y'all doing today? We are doing great. Dakota took off abruptly. She's doing something. She'll be back in a minute. Do you have a way to haul water in case of a drought? Well, no. I mean, we probably could, but to be honest, I think we're going to be set. Because I actually bought 2 more IBC totes. So we have 5 altogether, each one of them storing 330 gallons. I think that'd be plenty of water, because right now we've barely tapped into what we have now, and we haven't had rain in, it's been like maybe 2 weeks or something. So I think we'll be set. And then obviously we have the pond back there that we'll use for watering plants and all that good stuff. We are on rain as well, all right? We had to get a water hauling truck, but it's super cheap. Yeah, I heard it is pretty cheap to haul water. Last year was rough, yeah. It's a learning experience. We're pretty excited right now because we've only been here 6 months. So there's a lot of stuff we're learning and just kind of figuring out as we go. We ended up, I planted a lot of different things around here just to see what would happen, you know, just a little experiment. Dakota brought the chicks, the ones we're gonna eat. Yeah. We got, she acquired 2 baby chicks a few days ago.
I work at a hatchery, and part of my job is, you know, sorting the chicks, the healthy ones from the unhealthy ones. But one of the chicks, you know, it got its wing caught in a machine and it was bloody, so we were gonna have to cull it. But I said, no, the wing will heal up. I'll take it home and it can at least see the sunlight and live a longer life before he gets eaten.
So what that means, well, she hasn't been working there that long. How long have you been working there for?
2 weeks is all.
2 weeks. She's brought home 2 chicks, so we're looking at about 1 chick a week she'll be bringing home, from the looks of it. So we're gonna have lots of chickens out here. But that's pretty cool, because that's gonna start us off on the journey of consuming our own chicken meat, because we do consume a lot of chicken, but it's, you know, store-bought right now. I plan on getting meat rabbits as well pretty soon, so it'll be pretty big when we get to a point where we can just produce our own meat right here on the homestead, and our own produce. Like that's going to be extremely satisfying, you know, just to be able to produce your own food is just, it's super cool, you know, huge accomplishment. Always good to have a backup way. We had plenty of collection too, but they came with major droughts. Sorry, it's hard to read as the sun's coming out and it's hard to see the screen here. But
You want to back up a little bit?
back up a little bit.
Yeah, so we're out of the sun.
Well, it's not too bad right here, I guess.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, girly.
Gonna say hi to the baby chicks. She named them. What was it, Din and Din?
Yep, this is Din, and this is also Din.
Yeah, Din Din. That's our
We
Din
got Din Din.
Yeah. We just have to wait a few months for them to get a little more hefty. So they will be our Din Din. Yeah. This person's making jokes. He says, your dad has a cool beard.
He thinks he's a funny guy.
Yeah. Let's all laugh at the old man with the beard.
You know, for his birthday, I cracked a joke too. I said, should I get you some rocks for your birthday? And he goes, rocks? I go, yeah, so you have friends your own age.
Yeah.
Oh, they're funny little guys. Oop, you're stepping all over his head. My goodness. Living off grid, we don't really have a proper setup for raising chicks. So during the springtime, in order to keep them warmer, we used a diesel heater and had them inside in little cat carriers. And it worked, but it's hot enough now that we're not even turning on a heater. And if they need a little extra warmth, well, I figure I could just shove them in my shirt.
That'll do the trick. You shove me in there too if you want.
Oh, goodness. What do you think, Aeon? What do you think, the little guy?
We started out our off-grid journey at 27, but wish we could have sooner. 27 is still a pretty good age to go off-grid. Yeah.
How you doing? Huh?
To be honest, most people that I see that go off-grid are usually at least late 20s, I feel like. Mid to late 20s. Most people, it seems like, I mean, that I know or have seen are, you know, like 30s. But the younger generation, it doesn't seem like the younger generation is too enthused by off-grid living. It takes the right person to be able to go out and be like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in a bucket, you know? I'm gonna plant my own food, you know? I'm gonna just rough it, you know? It takes the right type of person to do that. No kids yet, but once the house is built, we will have kids. We do not have any kids. We just have lots of animals.
30 some animals, 32 animals.
How many women are willing to rough it, Dakota? Not too many.
Not a heck of a lot. Yeah, to be honest with you, you know, because women have a different plumbing system. A lot of women want something a little more luxurious. Not me. I use a milk jug and a beer bong funnel and a 5-gallon bucket.
That'll work.
That's the bathroom setup. Yeah, this little guy's just having himself a little nap.
Why not?
Look at him.
Hey,
would you look at that?
I'm going to sleep.
Would you look at that?
I'm looking
would
at it.
Would you look at it?
I'm looking.
They say, dang, that's a lot of animals. I've been cooking and potting outside for over a year. Yep. Yeah, with the beer bong funnel to the milk jug setup, I held the funnel up to a fire to kind of melt the plastic a little bit, and then I put it between my legs, and now it's a form fitting. It works. What?
But we were both we transitioned into this lifestyle from living on the road. So we lived on the road I lived on the road for a while. She also for a couple years. So during that time, you kind of have to live with minimal options. You know, you're kind of roughing it when you're out there just living on the road. You don't have running water. You know, your waste has to be exited in other ways. You don't have a toilet to flush. So
yeah, for the longest time, because the bathroom situation is shitting in a 5-gallon bucket, I'd have to find some dumpster, because I had to use a trash bag in the 5-gallon bucket, so I'd have to find a dumpster or a proper place to dispose of it. But now, since we have our own property, then we have a compost dedicated to just human manure, so it's a lot easier to dispose of it now. You have cool hair. Well, thank you. It's I've got it in dreadlocks and the sides are shaved. Probably needs to be shaved, but it really helps to keep me cooler in the summertime. And my hair goes all the way down past my waist. A Nature's Head compost toilet or the 5-gallon bucket. Well, a Nature's Head compost toilet is ridiculously expensive in my mind, because that's $1,000 just to be able to take a dump. To be honest with you, I'd kind of prefer just a 5-gallon bucket, because I've already got a 5-gallon bucket, and well, then I can just dump it straight into a human manure compost instead of. Well, what is a Nature's Head compost toilet? Do you have to do some sort of maintenance?
Well, I mean, you have to empty it from time to time, but they are handy because it has a built-in fan.
Oh, a built-in fan?
And it does have a diverter, like a urine diverter already in it, installed.
Well, you know what?
And it has a little rotation device where you hand crank it to mix it up, to stir it up.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Well, I kind of would like to get a little fancier with our 5-gallon bucket. Like, put a fan in there. Get one of those urine diverters off of Amazon, and kind of make our own version of a Nature's Head compost toilet, I suppose, but cheaper than $1,000. And you know, it's kind of funny to say that getting a urine diverter would make it feel more luxurious, so I don't have to use the milk jug situation.
We are going to design a new one for the house, so we don't have to spend that much money again. Yeah, when we get our cabin going, and then we're going to have an outdoor kitchen, bathroom area, we're also going to create some type of different composting system. Right now, I built a human manure compost system a little ways out of pallets. So when our bucket fills up, we just go out there and empty the bucket into the compost way out there. An air conditioner, we plan on getting a mini split for the cabin at some point, so that'll provide us with AC. We have to get a solar system set up as well. That probably won't be for a little bit. That's obviously going to take a nice chunk of change. So with the solar system, we'll use that to power, you know, the air conditioner. We'll have a diesel heater for wintertime to keep us keep it heated in there. But we're definitely going to have a fireplace as well. So we'll have a wood stove in there that we'll use, and then we'll have the diesel heater for backup. But we'd prefer to keep things simple, so we're going to try to use the wood stove as much as possible in the wintertime to keep us warm. We don't want to have to rely on, you know, purchasing diesel to keep our heater going, so.
Yeah, we've been on the hunt for a wood stove. Been looking on Facebook Marketplace because I really don't want to buy an expensive, fancy schmancy wood stove. Just want something that's functional and in somewhat decent shape. So hopefully we find one before winter hits.
Yeah, we have a few months left, so I have no doubt that we'll find one at some point here pretty soon. Yep.
We just want a 2-burner stove for inside the cabin, so then when we wake up in the morning, then we can just put a tea kettle on for some hot water, and eventually when we build the kitchen, then I'd like to get like a good old proper wood stove with 4 burners and an oven, but that'll be more expensive and a little ways off yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something that I'm pretty excited about is coming this Tuesday, I'm going to pick up an old-timey sewing machine that I found on Facebook Marketplace. It's going to be one of those foot-powered sewing machines, so it doesn't need any electrical. It's just powered by pumping it with your foot. And at the same time, it's like a table for my crafting area with some drawers, and I'm excited about it.
Nick and Bree said they've used it for 2 winters now and has been very surprised, very pleased with it. I think it was around $300. That seems like that's the average price of what we've seen as well, yeah.
We've been seeing like $200 to $300 range for a 2-burner wood stove.
Yep.
What's all the fuss about, little guys? What's going on? Yeah, you just take a nap under there.
What up, Stevie? How's it going down there?
What are you doing, little girl? Come here. We're not. Come here.
I had a pedal sewing machine as a kid. Right on.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and there's not many functional foot pump sewing machines out there. There's a lot of them that are just for sale as decoration, and I didn't really understand that, because what's the point of it just sitting around if it's not functional?
Yeah.
What you got going on? Oh, man.
Nate Petrowski used the Camp Chef.
On her.
And ticks are coming back. I thought they were going to go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Nate. Yeah, I've watched his videos. Camp Chef wood stove. Nate makes videos. He just keeps popping them out, man. He's always recording something.
Nate with the little dog.
Yeah, yeah. With his,
I kind of like that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some pretty good videos.
Seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
Are you taking a nap?
That and who's the other ones I see quite frequent? Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I see they pop up all over the place as well.
Oh, there's this tinfoil hat guy. I forget his name.
Tinfoil hat guy?
Well, I don't remember his name. He just has he wears a shirt with a chicken with a tinfoil hat a lot.
I don't think I've seen that.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Later on Amazon. Well, they look comfy.
Yeah. You got 2 of them in there. Well, you know.
Chicken Man.
They don't have a mother hen, so they gotta stay warm somehow.
Chicken Man, is that who it is?
Chicken Man?
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Vintage Hippie Homestead says, hey guys, hello Vintage. We were just watching one of your videos, actually.
Oh yeah, we were watching that last night. They're building a cob house bathroom.
That's pretty rad.
I was watching them build the trench for the foundation. Hey, what do you got going on? Huh?
Now, we originally wanted to create a main living quarters out of cob, but things happened differently, and we ended up acquiring a cabin. But it's still been talked about a little bit here and there, building some type of structure out of cob.
Yeah, I'd really like a bathroom and a kitchen made out of cob, but I don't know. We'll see. We got to talk about designs still.
Yep. I mean, there's lots of clay out here. Our property is just full of clay, so there's a never-ending supply of that.
Yeah, there's a heck of a lot of clay, and we plan on digging an underground greenhouse, so there's going to be a bunch of dirt and clay from that, and we'll have to find a place to put all that dirt. So,
yep.
We'll
just wait and see. It's always something new on the homestead, man. Always new projects going on. And what's cool is it's you can just let your imagination go wild. You create whatever you want, as long as the property that you buy is not limited at all.
Unrestricted.
Unrestricted. Root cellar. I just started a root cellar. My plan, because we have so much projects going on right now, so my plan is to dig an hour every weekend. We're hoping to have a root cellar completed by winter time. So out here every weekend, I'm going to dig for like an hour, and then hopefully by the end of winter here, I'll have a hole big enough to construct a root cellar, because that's going to be pretty big for us, because right now we don't have a way to really store food. So we want to get a root cellar going, and we have a lot of tornado warnings around here in the springtime, and I think it might be a good idea to have somewhere, safe to chill when those tornado sirens go off.
Instead of a little camper trailer that'll just get blown.
Oh yeah. We're not safe during a tornado, that's for sure.
Renda asks, how close is the nearest town? The closest town? Oh, I thought he fell out. Well, the town that we live in has like 400 people, and there's a whole lot of nothing here. We got a post office. There's a church.
Yeah, we don't live too far out. We live off grid, but we don't live way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
we are, in close proximity to. I mean, the nearest Walmart is what, like a 30-minute drive?
Yeah, but there's a town that has like 1,000 people in it that's 10 minutes away, and they have a Harp's Grocery, Dollar General, and a convenience store gas station.
Yeah, small towns are pretty rad. We've met a lot of the folks around here. A lot of people, they're all pretty nice from what we've seen so far. We haven't met anybody that, we looked at each other and we're like, man, this guy's a douche, or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't say anything like that either anyway. I'm not the type of guy that just disses on random people we meet, because you can't judge you judge a person based on their cover, right? The book cover, you gotta.
I mean, we've met some characters.
There's a lot of characters, yes, for sure.
A lot of characters, but also some really nice people.
We live in Arkansas.
Yep.
No,
Western Arkansas.
And that is something that I never would have thought in a million years.
Never would have thought.
No, that I would be living in Arkansas. I mean, I'm from Michigan, and I traveled the United States for like 6 years, and then now I'm just in Arkansas. This is what I'm doing now. So.
Well, my mom's from Arkansas, and I've still got my mom's side of the family in Arkansas. I guess I've just always kind of been drawn to it, because as a kid growing up, I'd come down here about 2 times a year.
Vintage hippies in Missouri. Right on.
Oh, nice. Are you in southern Missouri, or?
Homesteading in Missouri.
More northern?
Yeah, like near the Ozarks or something?
I thought about Missouri, but they have more taxes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. And it'd be a little bit, not too much, but a little bit colder during the winter.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted northwestern Arkansas area.
Okay. I can still smell that as the wind kind of catches it and blows it this way.
The smell of
the fire.
The fire?
Yeah. Dakota burnt a big brush pile the other day, and I can still smell like that burnt smell when the wind blows just right. I kind of like that smell though.
I think I kind of singed.
Smell of burnt wood.
I singed that tree a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right.
The fire blew up real quick. It got a little out of control. And I had to splash a bucket of water on one area because it was starting to singe the nearest tree.
It was
But,
during a live session. Dakota was doing a live session, but she had to end it so that she could tend to the fire so she didn't burn her homestead.
The nearest tree.
It was
But,
during a live session. Dakota was doing a live session, but she had to end it so that she could tend to the fire so she didn't burn her homestead down.
Yeah, I was talking to some people, and then there's this raging fire behind me, and then I go, oh shoot, and I was getting a little anxiety about the fire, so.
Moving to Central near
Osage Beach. We've been in the Branson trailer just passing through.
Yeah, I've driven through Missouri a few times as well when I was on the road. Going back and forth from like Michigan and back out west to California.
Brenda is asking if
on the road. Going back and forth from like Michigan and back out west to California.
Brenda is asking if we have a TV. We don't have a TV.
No, I haven't had a TV since I was, it's been at least 10 years since I've had a TV.
Well, ever since I moved out of my parents' house, I never bought a TV.
Yeah, I've never really been a big gamer.
Well, we don't even own a couch.
Yeah, we don't even, which I'm glad because that kind of enforces that, what do you call that? Loafism?
Loafing?
I don't know.
Being a couch potato?
Couch potato, yeah. Like, I don't want to enforce that at all, you know what I mean? So as long as you don't have those items around, like, you're not going to do it. I mean, if I had a nice, comfortable, leather, lazy boy couch, I would,
We've already got hammocks.
I would tend to it quite often.
We got some good hammocks.
Hammocks, yeah. We have a few hammocks.
Hammocks are good for loafing.
They are.
We got a bunch of loafers around here.
Yeah, we leave all the loafing to the cats.
Yeah, the cats are a bunch of loafers.
That's all they do. Yeah, they're good for nothing. I mean, they're soft. We like to pet them.
They chase the mice and stuff around.
That's true, though. So they are beneficial that way too. Yeah.
The cats like to chase mice, frogs, lizards. Although I think the frogs and lizards are beneficial, but they get the mice.
Yeah.
Life is so crazy, but you guys remind me of some close friends. Her boyfriend had the dreads. Nice. I've had my dreadlocks for about 8 years now.
I've had my beard since I was 12.
What?
No.
How long have you been growing this thing?
I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get to this length. Maybe a year and a half or some, 2 years? I don't know, I can't remember. But I know ever since I was, hit puberty, like, when I noticed that I could grow facial hair, I just said, let's do it. Let's do this thing. I'm all in. I started out with mutton chops.
With mutton chops?
Yeah, I started out with mutton chops. Didn't really grow the beard too much. I kind of trimmed that down, but I'd get those sideburns just a-going. I'd get them flowing, man. I had a friend, I acquired the nickname Sideburns.
Sideburns?
Yeah. Hey, Sideburns, what's going on?
When you were younger, did you ever get like that peach fuzz mustache?
I can't remember.
Oh, my brother got that peach fuzz mustache when he was younger, and my dad had to say, hey, bud, you need to shave that.
I don't know if the peach fuzz, I think I just went over that stage. I think it just came poof. It just arrived. Yeah, I just woke up one morning and I was like, hey.
And you were a mountain man with a beard.
I'm a man now. Yeah. I can't grow a beard if I tried. But my skin gets really irritated. Yeah, some people can't grow beards, man. I don't know. That's genetics,
And if you got a beard, you got to maintain it. Like, I made him a beard oil using argan oil, some cedarwood essential oil, and some vanilla.
Yep. And you got to keep it washed because your skin can get pretty dry underneath there. You want to keep it clean and washed and oiled up.
Living off grid, you don't necessarily take a shower every single day, but
right.
You still got to have some self-care. Find time for some self-care.
You're one of those guys who can grunt and grow a beard. My husband is saying, yeah.
Well, he doesn't ever shave his beard. I've known him the entire time I've known him, and he's always had a beard.
Yeah, I mean, I trim it, from time to time.
Keep her cleaned up.
Yeah.
I've never had a beard.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't know if I could date a girl with a beard.
Well, I'd probably be in the circus if I had a beard.
Yeah, I suppose you would. Those chickens are going crazy over there. What are they doing?
I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
the guinea. I can hear the guinea too.
Yeah,
I'm surprised the guinea haven't came over here and said hi.
The guineas sure are making a fuss all the way over there by the chickens.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Should we get started on the cabin?
What time is it?
What's that clock say? I can't see it. Should we get started on the cabin?
What time is it?
What's that clock say? I can't see it.
What do we wake up for early if we haven't gotten started on stuff around here?
What did we wake up early for?
Yeah.
I mean, the live session was kind of a plan, so we had to get this going.
Yeah.
We woke up. My alarm went off at 6, but I didn't really get up and around till 6:45. But I don't know. I think we should probably hop off though and get started. We got a lot of stuff to do today. But we appreciate all the folks that stopped in and said hi. We're gonna go live every Saturday and or Sunday, so we're kind of new to this thing. We're just checking it out, going with the flow. But it's fun to chat with fellow homesteaders. We don't really know too many homesteaders near us. Well, I mean the neighbors we've met, they kind of keep to themselves. But it's cool to come on here and chat with other people and seeing what other homesteaders are doing, or It's 7:48 here in Washington State. We have a buddy from Washington. He calls himself Nomad. He lives in a van. He's a pirate.
He's a nomad that calls himself Nomad.
Yep. And he dresses like a pirate.
Every day.
Every day. He's a pirate. Yep. He's got a pirate hat, and he wears the whole pirate ensemble. Yeah.
Vintage Hippie Homestead is about to do some more digging.
Yeah, we don't got digging to do today, but we got to put up drywall, which is going to be... We're from Arkansas, the great state. What is Arkansas? What's it say on the license plate?
The natural state.
The natural state.
The natural state.
Okay. I dig it.
Yeah, I lived in Washington for a couple of summer seasons the past 2 years. The summertime really spoiled me. It's in the 70s to 80s all throughout the summer in Washington, and then we come over to Arkansas and it's been in the 80s, high 90s the past week.
It's been a little warm, but
just a little.
Yeah,
we don't have an AC. We've just got some ceiling fans and a couple little fans. The other night I slept in a hammock because it was so hot inside my trailer, and it was a whole lot cooler outside, but my dog likes to sleep with me in the hammock, and so she'd be laying right on top of me, and whenever she heard something out in the woods, she had to go run, hop down, check on it, and when she was done checking on it, then she'd hop back up into the hammock, and it was just up and down all throughout the night. So waking up at 4 a.m., I didn't get a whole lot of sleep.
it's all part of the lifestyle out here. We're roughing it, man, so we have to expect the unexpected. We didn't expect it to get this hot, but we're dealing with it the best we can.
Well, I figured it'd get pretty hot during the summertime.
It could get hotter, too. I mean, normally, I think August is normally the hottest month. I know that's what it was in Michigan when I was up there.
End of July, August, yeah, it's the hottest time of the year.
Yeah, but, I mean, one of the advantages of living out here in the middle of nowhere is we don't have neighbors or any onlookers, so if we wanted to, remove a few articles of clothing, then perhaps we could do that,
Well, when it gets hot, sometimes you can only remove so much. Can't start peeling off your skin.
That's right. We need to get a couple hammocks out here. I love your pond. It's so beautiful. It could be a different color. The color is kind of off-putting, but it is pretty rad, though. We like it. That's one of the main reasons we bought the property, is mainly because of the pond out here. I mean, a water source is very important if you're trying to live off-grid, so that's...
Yeah, I wanted at least 3 sources of water. So I wanted a pond, a well, and set up a rainwater catchment system.
Did you guys ever swim in the pond? No. I would like to, but unfortunately we have geese and ducks out there, and they like to, drop little presence in there from time to time.
Well, the fish are going to be pooping all over in the pond, too.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they spread as much bacteria. You know what I mean? Like if, I mean, because people swim in like rivers and streams and lakes, you know, so it's.
Well, there's also snakes and a snapping turtle.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really want to swim in it.
I mean, I floated out there. I bought a an inflatable raft, and I was out there just floating around. So. Yes, natural.
There's a whole bunch of clay, and that's why it looks murky.
Yeah, that's all it is clay down
and
there.
It's just a cattle pond, so it doesn't have a professional liner or anything. It's just, you know, clay.
Makes sense. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to jump in there and get like some kind of weird ear infection or some kind of brain-eating amoeba or something, some kind of weird bacterial infection.
And we don't know what kind of snakes those are. I would sure hate for it to be a water moccasin. I'm hoping that it's a king snake, but we haven't seen the underside, its belly, to really check what kind of snake it is.
Yeah. What you doing back there, Stevie?
Oh, girly.
There she is.
Stevie likes sitting on the edge of the dock and looking out at the pond.
But it's a pretty rad spot out here.
You're
like
pooping on me.
Oh. That's just a baby chick, though. Luckily, it's just gonna be the size of size of a pea. Well, that's probably smaller than the size of a pea. So you could easily just pick it up, toss it aside. Flesh-eating bacteria. Yeah, I like my flesh. I prefer the bacteria, not eat it. So, what part of Arkansas? We are in. Northwest, kind of, what do you say, just west, I guess, western Arkansas.
Yep.
We're pretty close to the Oklahoma border. Yeah. There's times when we cross over into Oklahoma because they have, no taxes over there or something, right? We've heard there's no not sales tax, but is that right? No sales tax?
Yeah.
So you can buy items over there. If we wanted to go to Walmart and not have to pay tax, then we can just cross over to Oklahoma.
Did he just poop on my neck?
Yeah.
Would you mind taking the poop off my neck?
Yeah, certainly.
Thanks.
That's what I'm here for. You know, why date a guy if he's not gonna, get poop off you?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it off?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with this baby chick. He keeps picking up his left leg.
What's up with his wings? His wings are all weird.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, just
I
hanging.
think because he's tipping over.
Oh.
I don't know why he's tipping.
This guy's just chilling though. Look at him. He's so tiny. His name's Din. The other one's name's Din as well. So we have Din and Din.
Din Din.
They are pretty yellow. Indeed they are. Baby chicks are pretty adorable. I raised quite a few of the chickens in my bus because I live in a shuttle bus. And so I raised them all in there, and I was pretty stoked about it. I was like, man, I'm a chicken father, And then the roosters got older, and the roosters are kind of, I don't know, they're not as cool as what they were. Kind of disappointed. One of them lunged at me the other day. I was in there just trying to get some video footage, and one of them lunged at my leg, So I was like, that's kind of lame. That little guy looks a little down. Yeah. Well, she acquired it at work, and it got its wing. What happened to it?
Well, its wing got caught in the machine, and so its wing was bloody. And they were just gonna cull it. So I thought, well, if that's all that's wrong with it, then I'm gonna bring it home and see if I can give it a little bit longer life, bring it to maturity, and then eat it.
Yeah.
But
hey, little fella, we're gonna extend your life just a little bit, and then we're gonna eat you. Yeah, they're fragile at that age, but they are. Can you imagine? It'd be cool to have a baby emu, though. Can you imagine having a baby emu? That'd be so cool. I've never actually seen like a mid-stage emu. I've always seen full adult emus, but can you imagine like just a little medium-sized one, like a half-grown emu, just running around?
I bet it would be baby emu sized.
It would be. It'd be cool though, man. It'd be cool to watch a little emu running around the property. Yep. My cousin lives in Australia. When at the store, the price you see is what you pay. No extra taxes. Yeah, it's pretty cool not to have to pay a bunch of taxes. I work as a freelancer, so I have to record all my income and then pay it in at the end of the year, which sucks because I don't like paying taxes, you know, but you kind of have to. I mean, if I worked side gigs where I just acquired cash, well, I mean, I'd report as much as I could to the government, but the government, man, they take all they can get from you. All these hard-working Americans out there, man, just working their butts off and giving all their money to the government, the almighty old Sam. Sam needs his money so he could buy more submarines and nuclear weapons.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Fun fact. If you have a little chick in your hand, you lay him upside down, and he'll just lay there and fall asleep in your hand.
That'd be a good little photo. A little selfie.
Yeah. Look at that little guy. He's gonna take a nap.
Right. The handheld chicken. Yeah. Our taxes are taxed. Yeah, right? That's for sure.
And you can just pick him up, turn him over, and he'll go to take a nap real quick.
Yeah, look at that. Living the life.
And he's napping.
Give him a little tummy rub. Yeah.
Oh, they do like a little belly rub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet these little guys are probably getting hungry. I should probably put them back by their food.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too, man. I gotta make myself, I've been doing like an intermittent fasting thing, so I actually don't eat till around noon or 1 o'clock. Been doing some experimentation, so to speak. I mean, because our primitive selves weren't able to. I mean, right now we're so privileged, man. We can get food anywhere, anytime, man. It's just so abundant, but back in the day, caveman years, or, you know, people didn't have the luxury of just opening up a refrigerator and saying, I'm going to have myself a cup of yogurt. I'm going to put a little granola on top and throw some blueberries on there. That just wasn't a thing back in the day, you know, but now everything's so abundant, man. But we weren't, I don't think, originally we weren't a species that were meant to eat so often, you know. I think intermittent fasting, it's pretty good for the body, so I'm trying to test it out.
Well, there's been studies about the body repairing itself
right
during times of fasting.
Yeah. Yeah. What a sweet baby. Thank you. Yeah, I can be pretty sweet sometimes.
They meant the baby chick.
Oh, the chick. The chick. That's right. Yeah. But here we are, off-grid, Luke and Dakota, doing our thing out here in our western Arkansas. Yeah, just a couple of cool cats trying to live a self-sufficient lifestyle.
Stevie, what are you doing, babe? Huh? Stevie's digging herself a hole.
Like she's trying to find a spot to take a whiz.
No, she likes to dig herself a hole and then lay in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see? Or it's like she'll dig a little bit, fluff up the dirt, and make it a nice soft spot to lay.
Yeah. Hey, Ann, you're standing in my garden. Get out of there. Go on. There you go.
Come here.
Goodness. Always got to stand in the garden. This is Aeon. She's 2 years old. And she likes to play ball.
And chase geese and ducks into the pond.
Yes, and she likes squeaky chickens. Don't you? She likes her toys. She's got about, 8 toys? And they're kind of scattered across the property.
You gotta have your toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your toys. Where's your toy at? Go get your toy.
Where's your toy?
Where's your ball? You gonna get your ball? Where's your ball? Go get it. Go get your ball. Somewhere around here. Go get it. She's looking for it. Not here, huh?
You didn't find it?
No.
No.
Bummer.
I'm never hungry in the morning. I only eat once a day in the evening. No, some days, because I wake up at 4 a.m. and I got to get to work by 5, I just don't have time to eat some breakfast. I might eat a couple of snacks on break time, and then I eat something in the afternoon or evening.
Squirrel!
Squirrel!
It's a big squirrel.
Stevie popped
Squirrel,
her head
Stevie.
up as she's looking around.
It's not weird though. I say, do it to your body. Everybody's body is different. You know what I mean? Like you can usually feel your body out.
Yeah, just listen to your body, whatever feels right for you, because everybody's different.
Yeah, I know sometimes my body says, "Hey, you could use a cupcake," and I get one. Sometimes you gotta have a cupcake, Aeon.
You know what my body says sometimes?
What's that?
I could go for some sushi.
Some sushi, indeed. Yeah, sushi. Yeah, all about the sushi. Yes, sir.
That's a pretty good spoiling myself treat.
Yeah.
Getting some sushi and some boba tea.
Mm-hmm. It's good to spoil yourself from time to time. I usually try to. I splurge like once a week. I just kind of set it that way so that I don't overdo it during the week. I like to eat healthy during the week. Then one day, usually the weekend, maybe Saturday or Sunday, I'll go out and get myself a piece of cheesecake, or we'll get ice cream or something.
I like
Pizza and ice cream.
the protein ice cream though, so you don't feel too bad about it.
Right, 290 calories for was that a half pint? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just.
And then it's got like 20 some grams of protein.
Yep, it's got some protein in there, minimal calories, so it's a little healthier for you. So you can, I feel better about eating a half pint of ice cream. If it was like Ben and Jerry's, dude, that's like almost 2,000 calories. I wouldn't feel good about that. I'd eat it all and I'd be like, dude, what did you do, Luke? What did you do?
All the extra ingredients in there just makes you feel funky.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
And it makes you feel bloated into the next day even.
Yeah.
So I like a treat, but
a good treat.
Yeah, something that
treat.
isn't too bad for you.
Yeah.
So something that I like to make is a mixture of oats, peanut butter, a scoop of yogurt. Sometimes I add in a scoop of protein powder or some flax seeds, like ground up flax seeds, maybe some chia seeds, and then some chocolate chips. And I tell myself that it's cookie dough. And that's how I take care of that craving.
Mm-hmm. And it's good too. She got me on that train. I was doing the same thing for a little while. I was like, man, this is great. This is good. And it's healthy, so. Yeah.
There's another little thing that I like to get. They're called Clio bars from Walmart.
Clio bars?
Every once in a while, I like to spoil myself and get some of those. It's like this a little Greek yogurt bar covered in chocolate. That's pretty good stuff, but you can't get it too often because it's a little expensive. But
I'd eat anything covered in chocolate, yeah.
Oh man, I really like chocolate covered stuff. Like chocolate covered banana chips, chocolate covered almonds, peanuts, pecans. You could cover a lot of stuff in chocolate. Chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm in the mood for it.
I'd cover a Ritz cracker, just a plain Ritz cracker in chocolate, Nah, but Dakota recently got into this farmer's market. It's a smaller farmer's market here in town. And she ended up making chocolate-covered strawberries and chocolate-covered, like, peanut butter crackers. And tried to sell them there. We didn't sell many, but man, oh man, did we went to town on those, though. Her and I just fucking...
Well, I sold a fair amount at the farmer's market.
Yeah. Yeah.
We found out at this small town farmer's market that a lot of people were going to get some sweet treats or food or whatnot. I was trying to sell some apothecary items like some medicinal teas, some salves, like a joint and nerve pain salve, some skin and cut healing salve.
Bug repellent body stick.
Yeah, like a antiperspirant bug repellent deodorant.
Yeah.
Some chapsticks. And I guess people in this small town in particular just don't really care about that holistic hippy dippy shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of unhealthy people around here, it looks like.
And some guy came up to the booth and he goes, "You got any sweet treats?" I go, "No, just some apothecary stuff that's good for you." And he goes, "Oh man, I could go for a sweet treat." And so the next time I brought some chocolate covered strawberries and the chocolate covered crackers with peanut butter in the middle, and I sold a decent amount of those.
Here comes the guinea.
Oh, we got one that's trapped outside the fence. I don't know why they do that. One guinea will hop over the fence, and then he'll be freaking out on the other side of the fence all day, just trying to find a way back in, when he hopped over the fence in the first place but can't figure out how to get back inside the yard.
Yep.
Some silly creatures.
Indeed. All right, well, I think we should get going. What do you think?
Yeah, we got to get a move on with the drywall.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do today. Usually weekends are the only time that we can really put forth a lot of time into the homestead, because we work during the week, because we got to make that money to pay off the homestead or the property.
Yeah, we're hoping to get it paid off in like 2 years. Getting pretty ambitious about it.
Yeah.
But we don't spend a whole lot of money on anything else. We've just been putting a lot of money into the homestead, paying off the property. And then hopefully we won't have as many bills once the property gets paid off, and we won't have to work as much. That's the goal.
Indeed. It's a great goal. And I think we talked about this last time, but we need a really good outro, you know, something that's, where we're like, all right, y'all stay fresh. You know, some kind of cool outro for every live session we do.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. It's a good way to end a live session, you know.
Well, what was that thing you were saying earlier?
What was I saying?
Hooty hoo?
Hooty hoo?
I don't know what you were saying.
No, I was saying, what was it? Yupper do?
Yupper do.
Well, that's my shirt idea. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my shirt, but I don't think that's a good outro.
Well,
I mean, hooty hoo works. You know? If I had like a little cap, I could just kind of, do a little hat thing and hooty hoo. Out we go. Have a nice day, folks.
Well, I have my my straw hat.
You do have your straw hat.
It's a pretty good hat.
Yeah.
Keeps the sun out.
I think you could probably use it for the both of us. It's so big, you know. But anywho, yeah, we should get going. We appreciate y'all stopping by and saying hi. Y'all stay fresh. All right, anyway.
Oh, man.
All right, how do we end this thing? There's a button up here, right?
I think so.
Okay.